10 seconds, 5 seconds, start. Welcoming the Prime Minister and the delegates, Mr. Modi said, I am happy to welcome you to the 42nd annual session of the Federation. To you, Madam, I am particularly indebted for sparing your valuable time. We businessmen who assemble here all over the country look forward to this occasion, which provide us an opportunity to meet you and exchange views and ideas which were uppermost in our minds. We have always felt that this dialogue is of utmost value to us. To the past year, we can look back with some satisfaction. Agricultural production has been larger, industrial output has increased by 6%, with the corresponding rise in exports. This improvement in the economic situation did not come merely through chance. It was the result of deliberate effort on the part of both the government and the people. Apart from the bumper crop, the reduction in the rates of interest, the provision of larger credit by the financial institutions for investment and exports, and the endeavor made by industry to find new markets abroad all contributed to the improvement in the situation. All these are welcome developments. At the same time, we cannot fail to realize that the world is moving fast. Unless we rise the tempo of our progress, we will not only be left far behind but will fail to meet the challenges that face us in these critical times. In the recent months, these challenges have manifested themselves in the results of midterm elections in some states, particularly in West Bengal. New tensions are developing in the center state relations. Regionalism is assuming alarming dimensions. We witnessed a fresh outbreak of violence in Bombay recently. We have to face these challenges that we, the government and the enlightened sections of the community, as far as the businessmen are concerned, I would like to assure you, Madam Prime Minister, that our resources are at your disposal to bring about a great sense of national integration and an all-round development of our nation. Having said this, I would be failing in my duty if I do not express the anxiety which industry and trade feel in West Bengal. The memories of the last ministry are still fresh in our minds. Goras, strikes, lawlessness, and social unrest have made life difficult. They have made mockery of our democratic institutions and traditions. I believe that people can live in harmony even amidst different political systems if the state government operate within the framework of the constitution in the true interest of the people and for the integrity of the nation. I therefore hope the new ministry in West Bengal will use the mandate which people have given them for promoting economic prosperity through peace, harmony, and goodwill, and that goras and lawlessness will be a thing of the past. I am one of those who believe that the key to our economic progress is the development of agriculture. I must compliment the government for measures that have been taken to put agriculture on a sound footing. These measures have ushered in a green revolution. This is, however, a time to put in more effort, not to relax. We have seen how a good year can be followed by a bad year and give rise to shortage, inflation, and unemployment. This should not be allowed to happen again. The high-yielding varieties of seeds have made a radical improvement in our agriculture. By the end of this year, this program would have covered about 9 million hectares. Dear sirs, we acknowledge the receipt of your letter of the 20th May while thanking you for the consideration you have been extending to us. We here below give our comments on the points raised by you. Our office premises are in the famous Bank Street, easily accessible to all sections of people. The showroom is in the ground floor and is spacious enough for keeping all types of agricultural machinery and implements you want us to display. And as you know, the office is located in the first floor. We have already taken steps for recruitment of required personnel trained in the use of agricultural implements. We undertake to give adequate security as desired by you for the machinery in display and inspection by the intending purchasers. It would, however, be advisable if this stock is booked to your account initially. We assure you that we will take all responsibility for their upkeep and good condition. We are agreeable for the other terms and conditions stipulated by you, excepting the commission on credit sales. As you are aware, we are in the line for many years past. Since we are to be responsible for the realization on credit sales, it would be reasonable if the commission of 15% on cash sales is retained for credit sales as well. We are anticipating a good demand for supply of spare parts also, as the space is limited in the present premises. Yours faithfully.